Welcome back to Elden Ring. We're starting the episode just north of the Frenzied Flame village. I did take care of some of the giant flowers. The one that caused madness with her pollen. Nothing else to find in that area though. No treasure, and they didn't even drop any new items. Just a couple of pieces of poison bloom. We didn't explore the area to the north, and that building that I marked. Oh, and I also went to the converted tower. We're supposed to use erudition in some way, but I was not successful. Your guess is as good as mine. Some of these puzzles, I guess, will require a bit more thinking before we can solve them. But from what I understand, it's mostly memory stones in these areas. So even if we don't get it, it's not really a big deal since we're not using that many spells. There is a ghost. I think it's one of the madmen. Lord Vyke. Apparently is no lord after all. May chaos take the world. Yeah, the usual madmen. I think I can see an ember. It is a church. I cannot use torrent. The festering fingerprint? What is going on? That is going to cause frenzy. You can see there's a lot of tracking too. It's gonna be a spear fight then. Okay, we're gonna try this harpoon. I was planning to use it for the episode, had no idea we're gonna be facing an enemy with a spear. And I'm going to assume that a weapon with reach is going to be powerful here. He cannot get to us. Oh, he's healing. That's cute. Do you think they're just reading my inputs? Could be. Pairing these massive attacks, hold on. We got him. So be careful when you're dealing with frenzy. The fingerprint grape. That is not the Sabriri grape. We got a spear too. Okay, now I'm curious. When we're looting one of the... well, they're not actually grapes. Spoiler alert. Although, not much of a spoiler. We did read the description of the previous items. I was thinking of Hyera. Where is it, though? Probably a key item. So this is the eyeball of the Knight Vyke, inflamed yellow. Seared with a repulsive fingerprint. Akin to those that marred his entire body, that doesn't look good. I wonder what Vyke went through. If offered to the blind maiden, it would lead her to the source of the distant light. Maybe this is what they want you to believe. Well, we know where Hyetta is. She's at the Bellum Church, so we can pay her a visit. There's someone there. Is that Hyetta? Looks safe. No, whoever it is... The finger maiden fillet, robe, and shoes. Guess she didn't make it. I wonder if Vyke killed her. Lost Grace. I'm not going to rest here simply because I don't want to respawn enemies. And yeah, I never rested since the beginning of the previous episode, actually. So the entire area, including the army encampment, just before the Grand Lift, everything is essentially clear at this point. So I think we were looking for some of these rare plants. Found multiple around the Whipping Peninsula too. And I mean the area around the Ailing Village and that church. What was it called? The Baptismal Church? Not much else. How about the weapon that we looted from Vyke? It's this one, isn't it? So it's a war spear, causes madness. The Frenzy Flame Thrust. This is what he was using. So you leap forward, plunging the spear into the ground. You send explosions and also these maddening trails. Well, trails of frenzy. Inflicts both the enemy and the user with madness. Somehow I believe Vyke was already too far gone. I don't think the frenzy had any effect on him. And apparently he was a Knight of the Round Table Hold. Has been tormented by the yellow flame of frenzy from within. Okay, quite a lot to figure out. But other than keeping an eye out for whoever is hidden beneath the capital, I don't think we can do much else. There is a lily. And about the capital, in case someone missed it, we looted this sort of note from a corpse in the village about the Lord of the Frenzied Flame. So, beneath Lane Dell at the very bottom lies the Lord of the Frenzied. Not much else. That is another yellow ember. Can I even craft anything with these? Okay, so just a rune and... remember seeing another area in the previous episode. It must have been around here. The cliffside. If we go south, we're gonna run into more flowers. No point in killing these. No, I've never been in this area. Hey, there is another lily. I don't think we've picked up many of these lately. It's mostly the Michaela lilies that we found in these areas. Okay. Let's avoid the frenzy if we can. We've been successful so far. I don't even know what the effect is going to be. Maybe I should actually stay here and be hit by it, just to make sure that... You know, that's not a bad idea. Can be hit by frenzy so that we sort of know what to expect. So it's building up. And we take damage, and we're also staggered. Yeah, it's pretty bad. If you're fighting enemies, or someone like Vyke, you're gonna get hit a lot more if you're staggered. Okay, it's, well... It's not that deadly, but still. So never mind the ghost. Apparently they were disappointed by Vyke. Not sure why they would call a Knight of the Round Table a lord. Or assume that he was a lord. The equipment of the Finger Maidens... Somehow I doubt it's gonna offer much protection. Where was it? It was this one. Apparently stained with blood, or rust. So the Guidance of Grade would ensure that the pair was brought together, or that was the promise long ago. And of course, these maidens were meant to be serving a chosen one, a chosen Tarnist. You know, this reminds me. This could be the reason why, at the very beginning of the game, White Mask Vare mentioned that we were maidenless and there wasn't much that we could do. Let's upgrade the flasks here before I forget. So we now have 7 upgrades. So now what? I believe this area we thoroughly covered. This one I placed to remember to explore the area. Not that easy to forget though. And I also place another market at the Fringe Tower. Even though I really have no idea how we're supposed to use erudition. We're gonna leave that one. Maybe we're gonna... I don't know. Maybe when we run into Thops again, we gain more information. Because he was the one that awarded us with this gesture. And speaking of Thops... Wait a minute. I can see... one of these magical beetles. I think it's just going to restore flask charges. Maybe we saw this one. Yeah, I think we did in the previous episode. And it rolled down to the path leading to the village, which we thoroughly explored. No point in going there again. What we're gonna do instead is simply fast travel. So we're going to the ravine, and we're gonna try to figure out if there's anything interesting on the way to the tunnel or whatever cave entrance we see on the map. Should probably ignore all the giant enemies. They're gonna spew poison, but not much else. Why is it so foggy all of a sudden? There is a path leading up. Could this be the path with a merchant? Yeah, I remember this one. And it's going to lead to the church, right? Oh, I cannot open the map because we're in combat. We can fix that. Must have been half asleep or something. Yes, that is the nomadic merchant, and we're gonna turn around. I know that we're essentially stumbling around in areas that we explored in the past, but the world is so massive, you can never really be sure. Can see a tree, that is a good thing. That is a beetle. Hold on. We're gonna try to sneak up on these. You can also see a point of grace on top of a platform. Someone is taking damage. That was a massive mistake. The barbaric roar. Should have guessed there would be bats here. All the more reason to explore during the day. I think we should make that a part of the standard adventuring protocol. I'm gonna need a torch for this. Hold on. Just a couple of mushrooms. So there is a platform and it's leading up. Maybe it's not a mine entrance. Let's see here. I'm supposed to climb the ladder. Reminded me of some of the platforms in the Siofra River. I think they were digging all right. You can see pickaxes, shovels. Smithing stone 5. So now that I'm definitely glad I came here, because we don't get these very often. Even mark the path with lights. Oh, there is a land octopus. The miniature version. Let's not fall to our death, shall we? Right, and this is the entrance. So it is a mine after all. Oh, you know what? They're going to explode. Right, but in all honesty, I shouldn't really be here. No, that is not the area I wanted to explore. We do have the Point of Grace. We can come back here when we are ready to, I want to say, move forward, because we had that girl mentioning an alternative way to reach the plateau. Although, to be honest, I feel like I should really find the other half of the medallion. But never mind about that now. So let's pay... do I want to pay Patches a visit? Probably not. How about going back to the Jar Village? We haven't talked to the girl for the longest time, I want to say. Let me actually... hold on. Remove the torch. And we're going to rest until morning. So we can use 3 golden seeds to increase the number of flask uses. Absolutely. Allocate charges. Am I going to need another cerulean flask? I just might. We have enough that we can justify it. Yep, they're doing all right.
Those awful poachers. I hope Uncle Alexander beats them all up.
Right. They were apparently poachers hunting these pots. I guess that explains why they were all so hostile around the Stormvale Castle. Stormvale Castle. Feels like a lifetime ago. So things are looking great as always in the village, which means the only other thing I wanted to do is go back to the round table and speak. We're going to speak with everyone, of course. More interested in Rogier and whether or not he made some progress. We did hand him the Black Knife print.
Ah, you appear to be doing well. Very good. Well then, would you like to learn an incantation?
So Brother Corin is doing well. No new
May the
dialogue
Golden
here.
Order shine through you. Ah, hello there. What can I do for you?
So that's about it.
Ah, hello. I was hoping to see you. My examination is complete. Here's the knife print back, with my thanks.
Perfect. Really curious to find out what he learned.
Now I have a fairly good idea who performed the rite upon the blade. The person who orchestrated the Night of the Black Knives. Lunar Princess Rani. One of the children born to King Consort Radigan and his first wife, Renala. Demigod and sister to General Radahn and Praetor Rykard. Hers was the name I discovered in the imprint. Truly, you have my thanks. But if I might be so bold, I would like to ask something more of you. If Rani truly is the one who plotted that fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark of destined death somewhere upon her flesh. I would like you to procure it for me. And then all will be laid bare. I will have the answers I have sought for so long.
I see. Lunar Princess Rani. My initial thoughts were the Academy, but we did find Renala, or I should say, what was left of Renala, and no sight of Rani, who was her daughter. So Radagon and his first wife Renala had at least one child. Rani, maybe more. Can't really say. And she was, I guess, the half-sister of Radahn. That's quite interesting. He can't really offer any more skills. Then again, that would make sense. We could ask about Rani's whereabouts.
I have some idea of Rani's potential whereabouts. There's a manor to the north of the Academy of Raya Lucaria. It is the familial home of the Carian royals, from whom Rani descends. There's been talk of the old royals' vassals gathering there in recent years. Rani's whereabouts since the shattering are a well-kept secret. She hasn't been seen even once, but I suspect she might have returned to the manor in which she was born.
So wait, are we going to get more information?
If Lunar Princess Rani truly is the one who plotted that fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark of destined death somewhere upon her flesh. Would you be willing to procure it for me? She may have returned to the manor that is her home, the royal Carian residence to the north of the Academy of Raya Lucaria.
I see. Okay, we could ask about the curse mark. Let's do it.
I'm afraid there's something I must tell you. Do you know of those who live in death? The very notion of life in death defies the Golden Order. By Dee's account, these defiled fiends must be expunged. But truth be told, I seek the curse mark to save them. You may find this peculiar, but I discovered something in my examination of the Night of the Black Knives. These souls have committed no offense. They have every right to life, only they happen to touch upon a flaw in the Order.
So hold on. Those who live in death do so because of a flaw in the Golden Order? They were meant to die but could not?
Yes, indeed. If Dee knew what drives me now, he would surely boil over with rage. Or perhaps he would even feel some pity. But no need to fret. None of that will come to pass. I can tell a good lie when I need to.
The more I speak with Rogier, the more I like this character. Honestly, it's pretty sad to see him in such a state. But we did get a lot of information, and I think we're going to put it to good use. We can open the map. I think I figured out... So this area is south of the academy. This is the plateau I've been talking about. I don't think this is the manor. Could be the area here. But I suppose the only way to reach it is to head to the northern shore. Right, go past the ruins, or whatever that is. Maybe it's another village. Hopefully it's not a frenzied village. And then we're practically here. I'm going to assume this is the manor. Looks like there's a fountain. Or maybe a pond. So, enough looking at the map. Who else do I want to speak to?
You have returned. What is it?
Man, we can just craft items, but nothing new.
Now go forth.
I guess the fingers have nothing new to say to us. Well, the message was clear. Now that we have 2 runes. Still silent, and who else?
Journey to the capital, Leyndell, to the east of the Altus Plateau, at the foot of the Erd Tree. The 2 fingers will deny your passage no longer. You may be our best hope. Find your way to the Elden Ring.
Of course, he says that. We still have no idea what the Elden Ring exactly is. And that reminded me. Rogier mentioned that Princess Rani was also half-sister to Praetor Rykard. Not only Radahn. Or maybe, hold on. Maybe all these 3 were children of Rennala and Radagon? Fia is just sitting on her bed.
Well, where have you been hiding? I took you for dead.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms then.
So I wanted to upgrade a couple of pieces of equipment. The first one, hold on, was the greatsword. Okay, we have enough. For a +6 weapon. Okay, that's perfect. And the other one was... Wait, where was it? Right, the partisan. We're gonna try out that weapon as well. We have the sword spear, we have the halberd, and the banished knight's halberd. Right, so I guess that is enough. At least for now. Did I upgrade the Warhawk talent? No. Okay, so now we should be good. This is +7. The dagger really shouldn't care much about. We have the horn bow and of course the great bow. I think it's about time we tested this great bow. Yeah, since we can craft these great arrows, the bone ballista bolts for the hand ballista. So we need one hefty beast bone and a single flight pinion to create 5 of these. Honestly, these bones must be truly hefty if we can make 5 arrows out of them. I'm glad, actually. Grinding for these materials, even though it's not exactly difficult, it's also not the most exciting thing. We're also out of fireflies, and these pots have been really useful. So I should probably get a few. To make 7, we're gonna need 14 fireflies. Next time we're in Lurnia, which realistically is the next episode, we should pick up some of these. They are usually found around the crystals. That being said though, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. Accomplished a lot. I'm really glad we spoke to Rogier and he made a lot of progress deciphering the knife print. We do have it in our backpack once again. I wonder if anything changed. No, it's still essentially the mark of the Night of the Black Knives ritual. And now we know that it was performed by Ranni. So, we're also playing offline for some reason. I should actually fix that. I normally set the game to automatically connect to the servers. Maybe I made a mistake. Who knows? I'm gonna fix that for the next part. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one for even more Elden Ring.